In Detroit knows about the Tigers, Pistons, Red Wings, Lions.
That's right. But there's a team from our Detroit past that you may not remember, and for 1 year they lived in the national spotlight.
So recently we had a chance to sit down with members of the Detroit Panthers, but before we get to their interview, photojournalist Alex Atwell takes a look back at a part of Detroit's history, and it's uniquely Detroit.
The Michigan Panthers was a great story.
Anthony Carter made USFL history with a 57-yard return for a touchdown.
The fans here in Detroit were pining for a winning football team. It had been a while for the Lions. The USFL was born. Michigan ended up being one of the 12 teams. Involved with the ownership group was my father, Judge Peter B. Spivak. And as a matter of fact, the 12 owners of the USFL, before the league was introduced, they needed a leader. And the 12 owners voted my father as the interim commissioner for the USFL.
My name is Peter Spivak.
You can see my father introduce the league at Club 21 in New York. It was broadcast all over the place. The Michigan Panther uniforms I've always heard in conversation as the best uniforms ever. Bringing in a different look, the roaring panther on the helmet, those jerseys with champagne, and then all of a sudden you throw in some sky blue highlights, it really sort of stood out. And to this day, everybody loves it. I have a great picture of my father and I at the Silverdome during the championship game. When you're a little kid, holding your dad's hand, and then there's AC, Anthony Carter. Your mouth just drops open. Being a child, running around with all those football players around, and having the access to the locker room and the freedom like that is a lot of fun, and it's something that I'll never forget. The Michigan Panthers Oakland Invaders game provided football fans with the glory that they had been searching for. It was a gift to Detroit football fans for all the wait, for all the want, and the Michigan Panthers delivered. The Silverdome saw the Michigan Panthers beat the Oakland Invaders 37-21, I believe was the final score. 65,000, it was a USFL record attendance. Tore down the goalposts. You'd never seen anything like it. I don't know how the Lions couldn't have won a championship after seeing something like that. 60+ thousand rushed the field, tore down the goalpost. Michigan Panthers went to the USFL championship at Mile High, beat the best team in the league.
We hung tough, we went out there and brought the championship.
I'm deeply moved by these young men and what they accomplished here today. They wanted to play Philadelphia. They were all hoping that Philadelphia was going to beat Chicago. We wanted a shot at them, and without a question, we're a better team.
The Raging Cajun, you know, Bobby Hebert.
And when AC scored, I couldn't even hardly describe that feeling. I got so choked up that I almost started crying because I said, like, wow, I can't believe it.
Anthony Carter as wide receiver. He was one of the favorite sons of Detroit.
This is it. This is what I, wanted to do, and the reason why I signed, to help the team and try to get a winner here in Pontiac.
They were the heroes. They were the champions.
You think this does something for the city's image, Tommy? You did so much. Do you think they do something for it?
I think this does a lot for the city of Detroit, which is brings back to put another champion in Detroit.
What they say now, hey, we have a winner. Everybody else going to try to make a stride to be a winner too, because now that the Panthers have won.
And not too many people around the Metro Detroit area even know of a Michigan Panthers World Championship ring.
Put one eye for the cat.
Why's that?
Because we want that 1 carat diamond for that cat's eye.
My father, who proudly wore his championship ring as his daily ring.
So what are your thoughts when you look back and see that success?
My father was not only a judge, but had that entrepreneurial drive in his heart, and this is the blood of that drive.
What a fantastic, uniquely Detroit story. Joining us now, Pete Spivak Jr. and Alan Hughes, who was on the '83 championship team. Thank you guys for being here.
Thank you.
So good to see you. And this story is amazing all by itself, but you are looking to get in the Michigan Sports Hall of Fame. You're not there, which was totally surprising.
Absolutely. I think that this the whole team deserves to be there.
Yeah.
It's a piece of Michigan history. Alan is a piece of that history.
Yes.
The team gave football fans what they wanted, and they got it. And I think that the Michigan Panthers deserve their glory.
Yeah, and I mean, in terms of excitement, like, I'm no football person, right? I watched during the Super Bowl, like a lot of you ladies out there, but I was completely sucked into this story. I love the people rushing the crowd and all of the people supporting you guys. What was that like?
It was phenomenal. It was just back in 1983 where we had a chance to come together from all different areas of playing college football, and to come back with, and win the championship and come together as a team. As the season went on, we got better and better with Anthony Carter, John Corker, Bobby Hebert, and just to bring excitement to the city of Detroit and to fill that stadium up. We didn't fill it up to 80,000 people, but we had 50,000 people inside the Silverdome.
Let me show some of this memorabilia you brought with you. Michigan Panthers. You were on the team right from the beginning?
Yes, I was.
And then you were there right to the end?
Right to the end.
Yeah.
Then we got traded to the Portland Breakers when '85, when the team merged with the Oakland Invaders.
Okay. So we see this is a program from back in the day.
Yes.
And this is your helmet. And I noticed that it's just not one of those clean, let me shine it up now. This one looks like it got busted up a little bit.
Yeah, this is the helmet that I won a championship with, and it's a special helmet, and it was in my special area in my home, and they said bring a prop, and what else is to do to bring
and I think we're seeing the shiny side. If you go to this side on the tight shot, you can see, I don't know who that guy was, but I don't want to see him now. So this is a jersey?
This is one of my championship jersey from 83.
Yeah.
We had one of the nice uniforms, champagne and burgundy.
Yeah.
And
show everybody your ring, and then we've got
this is the ring of the
Mr. Spivak
83
right
ring.
here.
Look at that.
So.
And that was given to every member of the team, as you're hoping the accolade with the Michigan Sports Hall of Fame comes.
Yes.
Right?
Yes, correct.
All right.
And then this little helmet will say, these are the people that you beat, right?
And you didn't just bring it to that size because that's who you beat.
Right.
Philadelphia Stars.
Yeah.
Right.
So what do you think as you look forward to the future? So many people were excited. I know I was, and you had some of the biggest sports figures in history excited and behind you. What is the legacy now?
Well, I think the legacy is winning football, which has been something that sports fans have been dreaming of in Detroit. Even the kids that are born today, when are the Lions going to win? You know, and I think that football lovers deserve. I think Detroit football lovers deserve their Detroit football team in the Michigan Sports Hall of Fame.
Yeah. All right. Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
It's great to see you.
Appreciate it.
Yeah. Good luck with this effort.
Thank you. Thank you, Chuck.
All right.
Thank you.